Welcome back, fellow viewers, to another episode of Categories. Today, we embark on a profound exploration of regional conflicts and resolutions, with a focus on the intriguing role of BRICS nations in mediating or participating in these conflicts. Prepare yourself for an in-depth journey filled with detailed analysis and thought-provoking examples. So, grab a notebook and your favorite beverage, sit back, and let's dive into the complex world of regional conflicts. Before we dive into specific cases such as Russia's involvement in Ukraine and the India-China border disputes, let's first establish a comprehensive understanding of BRICS. BRICS is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, 5 major emerging economies that have come together to enhance cooperation and address global challenges. These nations wield significant political and economic influence, making their roles in regional conflicts highly impactful. Let's begin by examining Russia's involvement in Ukraine. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine has been a contentious issue since 2014, when Russia annexed Crimea and supported separatist movements in eastern Ukraine. While BRICS, as a group, hasn't collectively meddled in this conflict, the actions of Russia have garnered varied responses from other member nations. China and India, for instance, have adopted a cautious approach, primarily focusing on non-interference and respecting the principle of territorial integrity. Both nations emphasize the importance of upholding the principle of sovereignty and refraining from external interference in the affairs of other countries. They argue that regional conflicts should be resolved through peaceful negotiations, dialogue, and respect for international law. On the other hand, Brazil and South Africa have maintained a more neutral stance, calling for peaceful negotiations and diplomatic solutions. However, it's important to note that BRICS, as an organization, hasn't taken a collective stance on Russia's involvement in Ukraine. Now, let's shift our attention to the India-China border disputes. These conflicts have a long history, with territorial disagreements in the border regions of Aksai Chin and Arunachal Pradesh. The involvement of BRICS nations in this context is intriguing, as both India and China are BRICS members. Unlike the situation in Ukraine, the BRICS nations have taken different positions in this particular conflict. India has sought international support, engaging with various global actors and emphasizing the importance of adhering to international norms and principles. India argues that the border disputes should be resolved through dialogue, mutual respect, and a peaceful coexistence that ensures the stability of the region. They have actively sought diplomatic channels, engaging in talks with China and raising the issue at international forums. China, on the other hand, has emphasized bilateral negotiations and non-interference. They maintain that the issue should be resolved through direct talks between the concerned parties, without external intervention. These divergent approaches within BRICS highlight the challenges of achieving consensus among member nations when their interests and priorities diverge. While the organization aims to promote mutual understanding and cooperation, it is clear that individual national interests can often supersede the collective agenda. Now, let's take a closer look at the complexities of each conflict to better understand the nuances involved. In the case of Ukraine, Russia's annexation of Crimea and support for separatist movements have triggered significant geopolitical tensions. Ukraine, a country seeking closer ties with the European Union, views Russia's actions as a violation of its territorial integrity and sovereignty. The conflict has resulted in an ongoing war in eastern Ukraine, leading to thousands of casualties and displacements. It has also caused diplomatic strains between Russia and Western countries, with economic sanctions being imposed. In the India-China border disputes, the historical disagreements over territories have sparked intermittent conflicts and strained relations between the two countries. The border regions of Aksai Chin and Arunachal Pradesh remain hotly contested, with occasional military standoffs and diplomatic negotiations. These disputes have had implications for regional stability and have influenced strategic dynamics in the broader Asia-Pacific region. Despite the divergent approaches within BRICS, it is important to recognize the potential for mediation and dialogue that the organization offers. BRICS serves as a platform for member nations to engage in diplomatic discussions, exchange ideas, and explore avenues for conflict resolution. While achieving a unified stance might be challenging, the diversity within BRICS provides unique perspectives and opportunities for resolving conflicts through peaceful means. Let's now examine additional examples to deepen our understanding of BRICS nations' roles in regional conflicts. In the case of Brazil, its participation in the peacekeeping mission in Haiti showcased its commitment to regional stability and conflict resolution. Brazil played a vital role in supporting democratic processes and restoring stability in a conflict-ridden nation. Similarly, South Africa's involvement in mediation efforts during the political transition in Zimbabwe demonstrated its commitment to promoting peaceful resolutions. These examples illustrate that while BRICS nations may not always align on specific conflicts, they can contribute positively to regional stability through their participation in peacekeeping missions, mediation efforts, and diplomatic engagements. By utilizing their collective influence, these nations can help facilitate dialogue, foster understanding, and promote peaceful resolutions. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts on the role of BRICS nations in regional conflicts. Do you believe BRICS should strive for a more unified approach, or do you see value in respecting the sovereignty of individual member nations? Share your insights in the comments below and let's continue this engaging discussion. As we conclude this extended episode, let's reflect on the intricate dynamics of regional conflicts and the role of BRICS nations. While the organization may not always present a unified front, it serves as a valuable platform for dialogue and potential mediation. The diversity within BRICS offers opportunities for constructive engagement and the pursuit of peaceful solutions. Thank you for joining me on this extensive exploration. If you found this episode insightful, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell, so you never miss an update. I look forward to having you back for future content where we delve further into captivating global issues. Until next time, stay curious, keep expanding your global perspectives, and remember, change begins with understanding.